Hey everyone, Connie Royal here with a review of an Adventure Time episode. So, as you know, I stopped reacting to Adventure Time, not because I don't like the show, but because I'm just really far behind and I want to catch up a lot quicker, and I think I'll be able to do so on my own time. Um, and various other reasons I've already given. But as I said, I would do maybe a quick review for certain episodes that really caught my interest, and so that's what I'm doing here. Once again, this will not be for every episode. It'll just be, again, the ones that catch my interest are really good, in my opinion. So today we're going to be talking about something big. Um, this episode from season 6 is pretty big. So we have the return of Maja the Sky Witch, and we remember her from before, where she had gotten Marceline's stuffed bear. I cannot remember its name. But she got it from, I believe, Marceline's ex. I can't remember his name at the moment either. Funny enough. But she was there before, and Bubblegum ended up trading the shirt that she had gotten from Marceline for it. So that Marcy could have the bear back. So Maja's back, and she's raised this giant destructive creature. I believe its name is Daryl, of all things. And she basically has him attack the Candy Kingdom. And so we see this big, like, battle going on. Bubblegum and the forces of the Candy Kingdom are doing their best to take Daryl down. At the beginning, he's contained in this, like, force field trap that was set off by Root Beer Guy, who sacrificed his life in order to get it going, and it's like, wow, okay, just like that. um, but yeah, so Root Beer Guy's gone, but they managed to trap him for a while. But Daryl ended up summoning these like meat creatures. Not like they're not like actual meat, like ground beef or anything. Like flesh creatures. They're like these just humanoid-like creatures that are just like these fleshy abominations, basically. Um, and the battle just keeps going. Eventually, Finn returns. He had left. He returns with the psychic tandem war elephant, or ancient psychic tandem war elephant, whatever it's called. Um, and they manage to defeat Daryl. Um, the war elephant then has like this crisis. It's like, my purpose is complete. What do I do now? Finn sets him free, but he ends up finding Maja, connecting to her psychically, and agreeing to watch over her until she's out of her coma. Because during the battle, the elephant like attacked her, and she hit her head against a tree very hard, and fell into a coma because of it. So that's interesting. Is the War Elephant going to return as a bad guy at some point, working under Maja? I'm interested to see where that goes. But this was a big episode, and the reason I'm talking about it here is because it's a payoff episode. I've talked before about setup and payoff episodes and how they kind of really work together. Now, back in that previous episode, I think that was season 4, because I think I did react to that. But back in the episode where, again, Bubblegum gave Maja the T-shirts and all that she was given from Marceline to get is it Hambo? I think it might be Hambo or something like that, or Hambo, the bear. I'm gonna say Hambo for now. Got Hambo back from Marceline. Back in that episode, the ending kind of hinted that we weren't done with Maja, that she would return, and probably in some kind of big way. And yeah, we were right. I mean, I didn't expect quite I didn't expect it to happen quite in this way, but I'm okay with that. That was a really good episode. The actual battle itself was most of the episode. Most of the episode took place with the battle. It started during the battle, then showed a flashback of how Maja got Darren and everything, and then went back to the battle and everything. And the stuff with Tandem War Elephant's crisis at the end was just kind of at the end. The battle itself was really well done. There was some great action, some really intense stuff too, like actual violent fighting going on. We saw this, it was like general or colonel or something like that. This candy corn dude, he launched himself out of a cannon at Darren to take him out, and was followed by his soldiers, these gumball soldiers, but they ended up being vaporized. Like, holy crap! It was a pretty violent episode. But while this was a payoff episode to the setup that was delivered before, and it was a really good one, it's also setting up more for the future. And a lot of Adventure Time episodes that are payoffs do that. They're not just payoffs; they also set up more for the future. We're definitely going to see Maja return, and definitely it's going to have something to do with the ancient sidekick Tandem War Elephant. Um, there's going to be something with that. I don't know exactly what, but also to note, I almost forgot about this. Darren, the giant monster that Maja summoned, seemed to know the ancient sidekick Tandem War Elephant. They seemed to know each other. So maybe they've fought before. Maybe, like, I mean, obviously the elephant, Ellie, as it was nicknamed, is ancient and everything. I mean, it's part of the name. So obviously it had been around a long, long time prior to this. And Daryl, it was clearly either mentioned or just hinted at that he had been around in the past, and he was just being summoned again by Maja. So they clearly have had run-ins in the past, and I assume on opposite sides. I assume they've always been like enemies. There was also some good humor in this one, but it wasn't really focused on it. Like, the only really good humor was about Maja and Darren's interactions, and how, like, Darren didn't seem to understand, like, the concept of feelings at all. Maja, like, tried to explain them to him and everything, and it just wasn't sinking in. Because all he's a being of, like, pure destruction, it seems. All he knows is life and death, and that's basically what he said. All he knows is life and death, and if something's alive, he wants to kill it. That's all he is. That is his entire existence, and that's interesting. I'm hoping that at some point we find out his origin, like where he initially came from. Maybe he has something to do with the Lich. That would be interesting. I mean, it would make sense too, because the Lich's entire purpose is destruction and death as well. So I could completely see that. Although the Lich clearly seems to understand feelings, even if he doesn't share them. But yeah, this episode was really good. I really enjoyed this. I've got more episodes to watch, though, and I've got stuff to record today, so I'm going to leave this here. Tell me in the comments below what you thought of Something Big. What did you think of the episode? What did you think of Maja's return and how it paid off from a previous episode, but also set up for a future one? What did you think of Darren? He was kind of fun. And what did you think of the little bit of a crisis that the ancient sidekick Tandem War Elephant went through, and how it's going off to something new at the end with Maja, basically under his protection, I guess you could say? Tell me your thoughts on all that and more in the comments below, and thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, this will not be for every episode. This will only be for the ones that are either really interesting or really important. The ones that I feel I really want to talk about, even though I'm not doing reactions anymore. So for now, though, thank you once again for tuning in. I'm Connie Royal, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.